So I never did an official video after No Dime December ended. I talked about it in the first Free to Succeed episode of January, but I still get questions and comments asking about whether or not it's over, how did it go? So I figured we would just do a video about it specifically so we could talk a little bit about how it went and what we think and what things are going to be like moving forward, I guess. So first things first, we, as you know, did the fundraiser for St. Jude during the month of December, and we ended up raising about $1,500 for St. Jude, which is really awesome. I appreciate everybody that participated in that. That's really cool. So regardless of what happened with Raid and all of that, we still did something good with our energy for the month. So that's really cool. As far as what kind of impact it had, I don't really know. It's hard to really know, honestly. I think maybe I had hoped that it would have a bigger impact in the sense of people getting on board. So I don't know that maybe enough of the community got on board to really see what kind of wave it could truly make. But I think a lot of people did get on board, and at least if nothing came of it, at least we tried. You know what I mean? I feel like if we're going to complain about some of the things we don't like, then we should at least do something that we can think of to try to fix it. So we put in our effort, and it is what it is. That being said, it's hard to really know because there was no discussion had with Plarium. There was no real acknowledgement. It's, this fusion is good. So far, the fusion isn't unreasonable. The points for the fusion aren't at like 7,000 in the summon rush and some of the crazier things we've seen in the past. So I don't know. That could be because it's a collab and they want it to be a little bit more reasonable. Who knows? Again, there's no real way to know if it had an impact or not. So from this point, we will just do what we do. We're just going to play the game and enjoy it for what it is. And, I'm clearly having a pretty good time right now. I'm engaging pretty hard with the fusion. I'm getting Homeboy today when the day resets in about, an hour, 2 hours, something like that. So, we're having a good time. We're enjoying the game. And now that we've kind of made an attempt to see what kind of wave we could have, we've tried to make an impact in a way that might spawn some change. I don't know, it almost feels like it's off my chest now. It's almost like, okay, we've talked about it and it's settled and it's fine. You know what I mean? Regardless of the outcome overall. So we're just going to get back to playing the game. And if that means engaging in Wait Shadow Legends sometimes, when we are happy to do it, we'll do it. If we get aggravated and don't feel like doing it, we'll skip a fusion or whatever. But this is the game. We all are very well aware of the culture in the game and the approach that you have to kind of go with to play this game. So we'll engage with it in that way and play the game for what it is. And again, like I said, I'm having a good time doing it. So I also think perhaps maybe some things are a little bit more reasonable than they have felt. I'm with this new way that I'm engaging with the game and really playing it full on. I'm accomplishing some things that I didn't really think I could accomplish. We've done a good bit of the summon rush without having a pile of shards. I think I started it with 2 sacreds, 11 voids, and 10 or 11 ancients. And I've snuck a couple of voids out of the game here and there, which has helped me a lot. I've used a lot of green shards. We're doing a ridiculous amount of work in the champ training tournament right now. And I've been out of brews since probably, 12 or 13,000 points. So all these other points have come strictly from making food. We're getting a little bit low on gems, but it's fine. But everything's been fairly doable, and we're even able to do maybe more than I thought we would have been able to do. So, and same with the last Path event that was centered around Blizzard and that fusion. We were able to put in a lot more work there than it seemed like on the surface. So I don't know if that's a sign of things getting more reasonable, or if that's just me playing the game more than I was. You know what I mean? I think some of the core problems that I've always had with the game are still present for the most part. I do think it's a shame that shards tend to make or break a fusion or a path event. But again, there's a noticeable difference. I swear in the summon rush, I've seen much higher point thresholds required for summon frags and stuff. And in this fusion, you don't have to do both, which is a huge deal. Someone left a comment on a video of mine, one of my Free to Succeeds yesterday or a couple days ago, saying, I kind of got the energy like it was a defensive player, and they were like, the only real difference in this fusion versus the others is that the point thresholds aren't as unreasonable and you don't have to do both of them. As though like everything else is normal and this is really the only change. But that's the huge change. That's the whole problem that I've had with the format to begin with, right? It's that summon events, shards always make or break. It feels like shards always make or break. And that gets old after a while, you know what I mean? Again, some of the core problems. I don't think this was an answer to the 10x. It's clearly a thing they're leaning into, and it's going to be the way it is now. But I just don't think it's the answer. I don't think it was the answer to the 10x. I think there was a better way to go about doing it. But again, we have what we have in the game, and we've done what we can do to try to impact any sort of change. So now we're just going to move forward and do our thing and enjoy it. So I think the Monster Hunter collab is really good. I think I'm having fun in Cursed City. It's clearly later game content. Like, I'm not really meant to be having a lot of success in here right now, but like, it's given me opportunities to come in and try to solve some problems. We beat Bommel in kind of a funky way. You know what I mean? We have our one, what's her name? Fire gun or something like that? Fear gun. Then we had the 2 extra. So we loaded up a bunch of accuracy and attack on all 3 of these. Gave him some speed. You know what I mean? It like gives us funky ways to play around with our account and accomplish some things. The normal mode is much more reasonable. You know, we're kind of scattering around the map. It's a good time. We've started to do a little bit more live arena. You see we're in Bronze 2 now. So we're, you know, like I said, it almost feels like we can relax a little bit now and just play the game for what it is and enjoy it. So that's kind of what I guess this year is going to have in store for us. Just kind of get back to the old routine, playing the game like we play it, get back to making some skits and comedy stuff and being silly, and yeah, that'll be what it is. I know a lot of people wanted me to do the Hell Hades free-to-play challenge thing, make a new account. I don't even know the details on it. I just know that there's a big thing he's doing with the content creators, and I just don't have time to play another raid account. I think unless there's an idea that I think is super fun, it's going to be really unlikely that I'm going to start another raid account and play it, unless it's something that's going to be like very limited time. You know, if I'm trying to accomplish something in 30 days or whatever it is, that might even be too long. But we're probably just going to continue to play this account, maybe occasionally dabble in my old accounts, see if anything interesting is going on. But you know, just pretty casual at this point. Continue to do some Watcher Realms and continue to work on the other channel that we're working on. So that's it. There's not a whole bunch of news. I guess I wanted a place for people to come to get closure on No Dime December, I guess, because people are still asking me, and I don't want to be answering comments for the next several weeks. So that's it. We raised about $1,500 for St. Jude. We gave it the effort that we could give it, and kind of figured out who would be interested and who would not be interested, and now we know. So now we just play the game for what it is and enjoy it and get back to having a good time. So that's it. Not a super long video. I'm going to get out of here. Again, I appreciate everybody that participated. I appreciate everybody that engaged to any degree. I think it was a really interesting conversation to have. And yeah, that's it. I'm getting out of here. I appreciate y'all. Have a good one. Later.